And when you say that, what can you describe what it is?
He was
that you
just skin and
observed?
bone. Skin and bone. He didn't have any muscles.
And at some point in time, we'll get into those photographs a little bit later and present those to the jury, but did you have an occasion to observe, well, let me ask this first. How was Timothy dressed when you arrived on the scene?
He had an adult diaper on, and he had a sweatshirt on his torso.
And was he wearing any jeans?
I don't believe so. I think it was, I'm not positive, but I remember the adult diaper and then the sweatshirt because I had to lift the sweatshirt later.
Okay. And if he, well, let me just do this for just a moment. These are going to be later presented to the jury judge, but for purposes of refreshing your recollection, if you could just briefly take a look at what will ultimately be People's Exhibit 33. We're not going to show that on any of the TV monitors at that point. Do you recall that photograph?
Yes.
All right. And does that refresh your recollection in terms of how Timothy Ferguson was dressed at the time that you found him?
Yeah.
And how was he dressed?
He had jeans on. But as soon as he was declared dead, I pretty much put a sheet over him.
But that picture that you just looked at, the jury will see a little bit later, that does appear to be the condition in which you observed Timothy Ferguson when you arrived on the scene.
Yes.
And during part of that process, did you lift up that sweatshirt and see both his back and front area?
Yes.
And that was documented in the photograph?
Yes.
So your initial contact with Ms. Vander Ark was establishing a timeline in terms of what had happened to Timothy, at least that morning. In your subsequent conversations with her, did you get a little bit more information about who was living in the home and what the living situation was?
Yes.
And again, ultimately, for purposes of maintaining some anonymity here, there was a younger child in the home as well, correct?
Correct.
And that younger child's initial begins with G, correct?
Yes.
And he was approximately how old, do you recall?
I think he was around 7.
Did
But
you
I don't know for sure.
Did you actually see him inside the home?
I saw him running around, but I never spoke to him and didn't really get all the concrete information about him.
But were you able to determine that that was actually a biological child of Ms. Vander Ark?
I believe so. That's what I was told.
And but you did observe that child running around the home, you said, is that
Yes.
correct? Did he appear to have any malnourishment issues or issues running around or
No,
moving?
he seemed normal.
And there was actually an older child in the home as well, is that correct?
Correct.
And that's Paul Ferguson.
Yes.
And did you actually observe him in the home as well?
Yes.
And did you observe anything in terms of his physical condition, in terms of concerns of malnourishment or inability to move, anything of that nature?
No.
And ultimately, did Ms. Vander Ark indicate to you that those were, including Timothy, those 3 boys that were in the home were her children?
Yes.
Did you establish approximately when Timothy had come to live with Ms. Vander Ark in Norton Shores?
Yes.
When did that take place?
She told me May of 2021. He had been living with the biological father in Oklahoma, and they're having problems with him or something to that effect, and so she took him in to her home there.
Did you ask her about why Timothy was wearing a diaper?
I did. Just said that he has accidents, so he was wearing a diaper.
And did you ask her about any medication that Timothy had been taking?
Yes, she said that he used to take medication for ADHD, but he stopped taking that because he started feeling better.
Now, Mr. Johnson's already alluded to it as an opening, but at some point did Ms. Vander Ark indicate to you that there had been another person that was living in the house earlier that year, in January of that year?
Yes,
Who
her
was that
husband.
person? Her husband?
Correct.
And what does she indicate happened with her husband that caused him to no longer be in the home?
He had a stroke, and because of the stroke, he couldn't climb stairs, so he could no longer live there. So he was staying with his parents.
So her husband had left the home sometime after the stroke happened in January. Was that your understanding?
That's what I was told.
And so that left her in the home with the 3 boys, Paul, Timothy, and G, correct?
According to her, yes.
Did she indicate to you that there had been problems around that time with Timothy not eating?
Yes.
What did she indicate to you happened around the time of the stroke with Timothy not eating?
She said because of the stroke, and some other family issues that Timothy had stopped eating for about 3 weeks.
And did she indicate to you that she got him to start eating again?
Yes, she said that she threatened to take him to the hospital, so he started eating again.
So this was taking place, she's indicating to you this was taking place around the time of the stroke happening in January, is that correct?
Correct.
And this was, at least what she was relaying to you, that this was Timothy's response to the stroke was to stop eating.
Yes,
And did she indicate there was another period of time where Timothy had stopped eating?
yes.
What was that period of time?
She said in the last 2 weeks prior that he had stopped eating.
So
when this medical happened, for 2 weeks prior to that, he had stopped eating.
So you understood that to mean that she was saying the 2 weeks leading up to his death, Timothy had stopped eating.
Correct.
And did she indicate to you that she had got him to start eating again just prior to his death?
Yes.
What did she indicate had happened?
She told me the night before she had given him 2 pieces of toast.
So after you speak to Ms. Vander Ark a few times there and have an observation of Paul, did you conduct an examination of the rest of that basement area of that home?
Yes.
And it said, we've described it a little bit for the jury, but if you could describe a little bit more just the downstairs area, the layout of that downstairs area.
When you go into the basement, there's like a common area, and that's where the bed was for Timothy. They had made a bedroom into the common area. Right next to that common area is a small little closet, and then off of that room is 2 more bedrooms, a bathroom, and a utility room.
And was it relayed to you that the 2 bedrooms belonged to Paul and to the minor child, G?
Yes.
And you said there was a bathroom in the basement as well?
Yes.
And did you observe the bathroom?
Yes.
What happened when you walked into the bathroom?
When I walked in the bathroom, there was a video camera, a motion camera that was sitting on the bathroom counter. As soon as I walked in, it turned towards me. Made me think it's motion activated or heat sensitive.
And then did it track your motion then, or
Yeah, it followed me as I walked through the bathroom.
What did you observe about the bathroom itself?
Bathroom was very dirty. There was dirty adult diapers on the floor, and there was no shower curtain.
Did you observe anything on the counter of the bathroom that was unusual?
There was a bottle of hot sauce.
And if you recall, were there zip ties or any type of restraint located in that bathroom? If you recall.
I don't recall any of that.
As it relates to restraints, though, did you observe any other restraints in the basement area of that home?
Yes,
What did
there
you
were leg shackles in the first common room where Timothy's bed was. There was a drawer. The desk area was really cluttered, and there was like a little stack of drawers, and it was open, and in the drawer was a set of leg shackles.
And what material were those leg shackles made of?
They were regular leg shackles. I checked with my cuff key, and my cuff key was used out. They were normal leg shackles.
These were metallic?
Like we would use, police would use.
And was there any padding on them? Anything that would soften that leg shackle if that was
No.
placed on them individually?
No.
So you said, I think you said there at the end that the shackles that would be used, like the police would use or jail uses for
Yes.
prisoners.
Correct.
What other observations did you make about the basement area?
There's cameras everywhere. There was one camera that was facing Timothy's bed, so his bed would be here, and on the opposite wall, there was a camera facing his bed. In the other room, G's room, there was a camera in his room that was facing the door, like it would, trying to catch people coming, going in. Then there was the camera in the bathroom, and then there was a 4th camera that was underneath Timothy's bed. When it happened, it appears that the camera was like placed down, so it was not recording anything, but it was still electrified and on.
But like the lens portion was facing down, is that what you mean? And that was under Timothy's bed?
Yes. It was laying on top of all the junk that was there.
But just put off to the side under the bed?
Yes.
Now, you talked about a closet area. Could you describe that in a little bit more detail for the jury?
The closet was right next to, was in between the stairs and Timothy's bedroom. There was a closet there. When we opened it, there really wasn't anything in there except for a tarp and a cardboard box. But there was a sensor that was attached to the wall. And what it is it's one of those sensors that people buy for alarms. So when you open up a door, it would give an audio alarm, but it's not connected to anything. And that was on the closet door and attached to the wall.
Now, based upon all your, well, let's talk about the upstairs area for a little bit. Could you describe that in for some detail for the jury, the upstairs portion of the bylaw?
Upstairs, I really wasn't part of that too much, but there was a common area, kitchen, and then a bathroom and bedroom.
Did you make observations of the common area of the kitchen? Or?
Not really,
Okay.
no, because I pretty much stayed in the basement. I was guarding the scene. I was securing the scene, make sure nobody went in and out of there.
And ultimately, was a search warrant obtained for that residence?
Yes,
And you were tasked with what at that point?
I helped search the basement.
And you kept the basement area secure from people coming and going?
Yes, made sure nobody came in or out.
Right. And did you observe while you were down there, anybody besides Timothy's body being removed, anything else being removed from the basement area?
No.
Nothing further this time, thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Roberts. Mr. Johnson?
Yes, sir. Good morning, Officer Stefanich.
Good morning.
You were dispatched to my client's home, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay, and once you arrived, was my client still performing CPR on Timothy?
Not when I was there, no.
Okay, but you have been informed that she had been in fact attempting CPR on Timothy at some point, is that correct?
That's what the paramedics told me.
Right, so you arrive on the scene, you're talking to, I've got the video from your chest camera, you arrive at the scene, you're talking to a paramedic, and is that when they tell you, well, when we found him, he's downstairs and she's doing the CPR and that sort of thing?
Yes.
Okay, and I also noticed from that chest cam, as you walk in, she's no longer in the basement, she's sitting on the front porch, do you remember that?
No.
Okay.
I remember she was in the stair area. There's
Okay.
3 sets of stairs. I know she was in the stair area somewhere.
Okay, well, I'll ask my next question, I've got the video up and running, so I can have you take a look at it if it's necessary, but let me ask this next question, may not even be necessary. But I'm wondering what my client's demeanor was when you arrived and when you spoke to her, as you've testified, correct?
She appeared to be distraught.
Okay. Well, let's make sure. Distraught, what is distraught?
Distraught, emotional.
Okay.
I can't remember if she was crying, but, she lost her son, so she was, displaying emotions of distress and
Okay. Would viewing the video allow you to remember whether or not she was crying?
sure.
Okay. I don't even think you need the sound, but I have headphones in case you do. May I approach you on?
You may.
And this is, again, you have a chest video camera on your chest. Okay. You have cameras on your chest.
Yes.
Police issue, and it's running during the entire time you're in this room.
Yes.
Okay. May I approach? You said I could, so. Let's see if this works, officer. This is at 12:37, and I'm just gonna run a few seconds so you can see.
Mr. Johnson, can you just angle it more toward him? It's not an admitted exhibit yet, so I just
Correct.
want to make sure the jury doesn't see it.
Is that enough for you, refresh your recollection?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor. All right. Given that refreshed recollection, can you remember if my client was crying or not when you saw her?
Yes, she was crying.
Okay. And you mentioned well, never mind, you did. You testified to that. You also mentioned finding leg shackles in the bedroom.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
All right. Now, as I recall watching the video and reading your report, You then checked the furniture for scratches.
Correct.
Why, explain to the jury why you checked the furniture for scratches, please.
I checked to see if the child had been chained to a bed or something like that.
Yes, because if the child had been chained to a bed, you might expect to find, if it's a wooden furniture, scratches to where the chain rubbed against the wood. Is that what you're looking for?
That is correct. I'm looking to see if there's, the handcuffs are pretty hard.
Okay.
And if they were chained to a bed post or something like that, there should have been, damage to that because of,
Metal handcuffs.
correct.
Okay. Did you discover any scratches or any damage that reflected that possibility, or at least in your mind?
No.
I have no further questions.
Okay, redirect.
Just a couple of brief ones. Officer Stefanich, in terms of those handcuffs, you said, Mr. Johnson asked you, and you said that you checked the furniture that you could see in terms of seeing if there's any scratch marks on that, and you didn't locate any. Is that correct?
Correct.
You recall what material Timothy's bed was actually made of, though?
It was metal.
You didn't observe any scratches on that, though, did you?
No.
And okay, that's all I have.